Hey everybody. So today we're going to be going over a few Python basics. I thought we'd change it up a little bit and go over a bit of coding, since I feel like that's what I'm familiar with, and I think it's something that's a good life skill for kids to know as the world becomes a bit more digital. And so the first thing we're going to go over is called strings. And so what strings are is essentially just any sort of text that you put into your code. And so how you input a string or add a string to your code is you always have to use quotation marks. Okay. And as you can see up there, they turned green. And so whatever I put into that, it will come out as a string. So I could say hello world. And the output is that it just registers as a string that just says hello world. Now, you might wonder how we can actually print that or have it show that from our code, which as you can see at the bottom under the word main. And for that, we have to use the print function. And so what that means is all you have to do is just type in the word print and then put parentheses. And whatever you're going to type in that you want it to print has to be within those parentheses. And so to start off, what you can do is you can just put quotations. And you could also do single quotations. Either one's fine. But for the purposes of this demonstration, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to use single quotations. And so you can just type in hello world. And from there, now that the print function's there, all that's going to do is tell it to print it or display it down here. And so whenever we hit this rerun or run, as you can see, it's printed hello world, the exact same as what's up here. Now, this isn't the only way that you can print different functions. And another thing you can do is you could just simply run it as a variable. Now, what a variable is it's sort of a fill in your own, but it represents anything that you want it to. So, for example, we'll go with the all-time variable. Everyone knows it. We'll just go with x. X equals whatever in math. This is something that comes up all the time. So what we're going to do is we're just going to say x equals hello world. And then what we can do with that is we can actually just type print x. And what that does is it'll just look at x and say, okay, I need to grab what x is. And then it comes up here and goes x equals hello world. Okay, so it knows that's what it needs to output. So this is something you can use to save yourself some time. Maybe you have to reference it a lot. And so this way you can just run it and it'll give you the same thing. And so we could make this to be anything. So we could say, oh, let me think. I attend the University of Maine. And so we've changed what the value is of x. So when we run it here, we get a different statement. So this is just a small introductory video on how you can create very basic statements. And I hope you enjoyed. Tell me what you think below. Thank you.